broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Buzz.
Yeah, that's what.
Oh, there it is. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Welcome to the Song You Think You Can Dance AfterBuzz TV After Show. This is Season 12, Episode 5 of Vegas Week. I'm your host, Jake DuPree, in for Kristen Burth this week. She's in Haiti, so shout out to Kristen.
Hello.
Along with the lovely...
Hi, I'm Alison Dean.
And we have a very special guest, Mr. Teddy Coffey.
Hey, guys.
Thank you for being here with us.
Thanks for having me again.
And a quick shout out to the folks in chat right now: Netsu, Aaron McCarthy, Meg D, Rebecca Thomason. Hold on, I'm missing a couple.
Allison is in the Man Witch right now.
And Bailey Tone.
There she is, right there with us.
In the middle.
So let's get started.
Yes.
Right off the bat.
Oh.
It is day one, Vegas Week, and we meet the two captains, the two team captains, Twitch and Travis.
Yes.
Before we start, I want to ask you, what do you think about this whole change-up in the season with the street versus stage?
Yes.
I think it's interesting. I think I'm not quite understanding of it yet, but I think once the live show comes, it's going to be really cool to see how it pans out.
I agree.
Yeah. What do you think about them just doing the stage, people doing stage styles, and then the street people just doing hip-hop, really?
Well, that's interesting, too, because then they're not going to know how the street people are doing a stage style.
Exactly. And then they go into the top 20 and have to do every single style. Like, what? What? That's weird.
I mean, for the stage people, it's not really going to be an issue. They'll be able to do hip-hop and all that stuff. I just think it's really interesting now because the people that do street can't do the street.
Choreography's harder for them.
Yeah,
because they have had less training with that.
Right. So that's interesting.
Yeah, because we see, as we'll talk about, we saw the hip-hop boys really fall apart. And that's sad. That's sad for me. But let's move on. So the team stage is the first up to go for their solos, and the first one up is Marissa Malelli, who shows off her solo. What'd you think?
She's strong. She's a powerhouse.
That body. That body.
Marissa.
So good.
Okay, I guess we know how they feel. Yeah, no, I thought she was good. I mean, I thought that they were highlighting her very intentionally out of everyone else.
For sure.
So.
For me, what they showed of her solo, I was like, I wanted her to move more. I wanted to see other things.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
All around, or no?
Kind of.
Wait, I'm confusing her with engaged or now married
Kelly.
person.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, I want to see more what she does, but it was good what we saw.
Yeah, and then from that group that she was in, 7 people made it through, 3 people didn't, and that's sad to just not see some of these people go, because you just never know who they could have been or what they could have done on the show. Yep. And then, of course, they show, like, Darian Flores, who does ballet, those turns and all those...
Crazy.
Yeah, wow.
His center is gorgeous.
He just kept going.
Yeah. Going and going.
Going and going.
Energizer Bunny.
I wonder if he will make it into the top 20.
I'm kind of rooting for him. I think he
just adds variety too.
Yeah, that's true.
For sure.
Nice.
They're gonna need dudes now, I guess. If all the street team is gonna be chicks, they're gonna need some guys for stage.
The girls are killing it.
I wish that Twitch would do like some kind of dance video just with all these hip hop girls. Like, how sick would that be?
Yeah.
It'd be amazing.
Did you think it was weird that they did a whole promo for Magic Mike XXL?
I think it's funny. I think...
Was it funny? Because I was like, is this the right demographic?
Well, and that's true, too. Actually, there was a second that I was like,
But all these young girls, though, I feel
they
like
love Twitch.
And they love Channing Tatum and all those boys.
Well, yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I'm with you.
But you thought it was just a little inappropriate for, like, the youngs.
There was a second that I questioned it, too.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, I'm buttoning.
Yeah, and then he's like, this is a family show. And I was like, yeah, it is. It is a family show.
Keep your pants on.
People watching with their parents. I was like, ooh, okay, sorry.
And then this person I'm really excited about, Gabby Diaz, who's the tapper. Girl, that's gorgeous. She, I mean, I think we kind of heard that she made the top 20. Whoops, sorry about it. But I was really impressed because they highlighted her a little bit throughout the different rounds. Yep. She looked really good.
Yeah.
Her
she looks like she's going to be really versatile.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
She's gorgeous, too.
I'm rooting for her.
And I love that she's a tapper.
I know. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
We love the tappers.
We love the taps.
You know, we love the taps.
We love the taps.
And then in the last group, they show the So You Think You Can Dance couple, and this is the point where I was just like a little eye rolling and like,
Yeah, I don't know.
They got married on the show. I mean, I think it's cool because it's like they met in line, they got married on the show, but like, at what point do you have something for yourself?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
The moment where they were on the street and he like lifted her up, I knew that was like a total production moment.
oh yeah, it's like, all right, you guys gonna run together?
Yeah, right. I was like,
and action.
And then like into the hotel room, I was like, and here we go again.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
It was just, there was a lot of airtime of that, and I didn't think it was that necessary.
No,
Yeah.
like filling space. I didn't like. They were having difficulty figuring out.
And I knew that they were gonna like put them against each other, like show her, who's the next solo we'll discuss, and then like show him. I just knew that they were going to have to do that. But I thought, actually, I was really impressed by her solo, because I remember when she did her audition, I was like, that girl's not very good. I thought that she went through just because of the story.
I remember her from My Season too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she auditioned My Season, and she was really good when she auditioned. Like, I saw her solo in Hollywood Week, and it was really good. So I was excited to see her back.
That's cool. What'd you think? No? You're not feeling them?
I don't know. She just wasn't my fave. Out of everyone else, or out of many of the others that were there, she wasn't at the top of my list. Like it didn't surprise me later that she.
I mean, no, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think
she's
that
a good date. She's a. I mean, look, come on. She made it as far as she did for a reason.
Sure. Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of everything.
No, I agree.
I mean, I don't think that she would make the top 20 by any means, but
No.
I think she's a very good dancer. I think she could actually work, too.
And probably she wouldn't have been so motivated to stay there without her man.
Her other half.
Her hubster, right?
And that was sad whenever we'll talk about it later, but when she gets cut, like, she was actually, like, featured in the Josh Borgassi was like...
Oh, yeah. They were like, do it again. They were like, do it again. Show them how to do it. And then wasn't she the only one cut?
Yeah, she's the only one from her group cut. Whoops.
Yeah.
Sometimes they play people like that, though, and I'm like, damn.
Oh, that's true.
So it says 47 stage dancers were cut in the first round. That's a lot of acts. That's a lot of acts.
They really needed to. I mean, they had so many people that they gave tickets to in Vegas. Had they not, I mean, even next week it's going to be
Yeah, I mean, that was literally almost half the dancers. It was 114 stage dancers that were in Vegas.
The first impression is crucial.
I know. Okay, so before we get to the street layer.
Speaking of streets.
Speaking of the street, exactly.
Oh,
nice. That's good.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for supporting the show, Mazda. And Mazda has a very important question for all of you.
What is it?
Does driving matter to you? To you. There's over 4 million miles of road in the U.S. to find out. That's a lot of road. That's a lot of ground to cover. A lot of highways, freeways, wrong ways, long ways. They're all there waiting to be driven on. So do you take that left turn at Albuquerque or just keep going? Do you wake up early Sunday morning for a drive before the traffic does? Or do you take the long, winding road home for a change? If driving matters to you, just get out and drive. Why? Because driving matters. Mazda. Thanks, Mazda.
Thanks, Mazda.
Nice.
Thanks for all your hard work for us.
Yeah.
We like
Mazda.
Thanks, Mazda. And now we're getting to our street side.
Now we're going to drive to the street and
Let's
take
do
the
it.
long way to the street. See that? We see Tyrell Knoll, who is Kelly's husband, and he dances to a contemporary song. I just thought that he didn't do anything.
I agree.
I agree with you as well.
It was very emotional.
Because they only got a minute, supposedly, and I felt like he needed like a minute and like a half to get there.
His first solo, I thought, was the solo that he did for the first audition.
Underwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, okay. Well, this one was really underwhelming, but the first one that made him through, I thought was slightly a cut above this one.
Yeah. I definitely. I think he
It
choked
showed
a little bit.
more. Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I know that they must prep all of you guys. I mean, I'm assuming when you're getting out either to Vegas or Hollywood Week, Pasadena Week.
Don't tell me.
I mean, they must instill fear in you and like you better bring. Then again, you guys didn't have to do the solo round like they did, right?
They do.
No, we did. We did. We had to do a solo round. But
They don't show that a lot on the show.
Yeah, and for our season, they only showed 1 week of Vegas, so there was only one episode.
Right.
That's
So they
crazy.
had. I know that's so crazy. Anyway, but it surprised me because I'm sure they're saying to everyone, "Okay, everyone, bring your game." Like people are getting cut, And yet, it was what were we seeing?
I mean, I don't know if he was technically first in this whole lineup,
That's true.
but I feel like nerves were for sure kicking in for him.
Oh, for
and
sure.
that's sad because I feel like he might have been capable of more.
Oh, I think so too.
So-
I just don't think he showed all that he can do.
And then, like, the fact they showed the two of them together, like, having the moment saying goodbye, I thought that was really sad because you see Kelly, like, break down. Mm-hmm.
Of course. It's just, of course. They're
like, build them up to bring them down. I'm like, okay.
It was just surprising because you
TV.
think that they were going to do that with really intentional people that we're going to see for the rest of the season, and I don't know.
I don't know.
Yono say okay.
We need to talk. We were talking about this girl before the show.
You
and it was
love
Eurelis. She
was a standout.
I was really nervous because I saw. I mean, like, she auditioned as a stage dancer.
Netsu agrees with all of us as well. Yes, she's amazing. Eurelis.
Yes, there she is. There
Yeah.
it is.
Netsu.
But I mean, I was just blown away by her solo.
I
was
agree.
sick.
Yeah, I was sitting there like, ooh, I like her.
Oh, ooh.
I'm gonna keep my eye on her.
I think we all should. I think she, even Twitch was sort of, right?
He loved it. Yeah, she was like,
Yeah.
she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
She's
And
gorgeous.
the fact that last season she was doing like a
Stage.
contemporary.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I think we're gonna see a lot. I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking she will probably make it to top
I'm just
20.
excited because I think she adds a different dynamic to the street
Yes.
team. Like, she actually is a contender who can pick up.
Who can do other
Other
styles.
stuff.
It's smart to have her. It's smart to have her.
Yeah.
Totally. But that's also kind of the case for Yaya too.
Yeah,
I mean,
totally.
she is a great example, I think, of that.
And
They
I
didn't
like-
really highlight her at all this episode, did they?
No.
Yeah,
I
they
think
just
they
showed
really.
her like little clips of her solo.
I
and
feel like they
stuff.
did that intentionally.
I agree with you.
I really feel like they did that
For
intentionally.
what?
Because I think she's probably going to make it.
Well, yeah.
Well, no, but now because people are saying we want more Yaya.
You
know?
They're
Right.
like trying to test out who's going
But who doesn't? Who doesn't want more
Who doesn't
Yaya?
want more? Who?
I want more Yaya.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yaya's like
You heard it
beyond.
here.
Okay, this girl I want to talk about, Kenya Standing O Sutton. That was good. I was really nervous for her, and I thought that it looked like she almost was going to quit because of her breakdown, and I was like, please do not, because I knew that she was going to be something special.
She was a dynamo when she got on that stage.
Yeah, she was.
like, don't F with me. I'm going to bring it.
And the fact that she was playing with that camera, too, that, like...
I thought that was
Yeah, she found that really well.
And that says a lot, though, about, because one of the comments that they were giving to other people were, make eye contact with us. Like,
Connect
some
with
of
us.
some of the dancers were only looking at, like, Jason Derulo or Twitch, I guess, and not looking at Paula and Nigel. And strategically, I thought that they
Right.
thought, oh, I only have to look at the street peeps.
Right. No, it's
No,
everyone. You have to win over everyone.
You have to win.
Even the camera.
Even the camera. Exactly. Bring it back.
Yep.
Thank you, Teddy. Yes.
And if you had to audition for this season, would you have gone stage or street style?
You know, that's funny. I think I'm gonna be honest. I think if I were to audition this season, I would have been a tapper.
Yeah.
In stage.
Okay, because I'm trying to think.
Because-
We got one tapper on the street side, right? Or was there two?
There was
Yeah,
one,
I saw that
hooker.
they said. Yeah. I saw that they said it was street tap, but because the hip hop that I do is more choreo, and I just wouldn't want to label myself street when I know there's people that really are from the streets. You know what I mean? I don't want to conflict with them.
Yeah.
They're really from the streets, and then I can do hip hop, but it's not street hip hop.
Right. It's like you can do. Well, I mean, he could have done either.
Yeah, and that's what's so exciting too, because it's like, where did people that have competed on the show previously, like, where do they fit in? Because it's like so many of them do so many different styles. It's like,
Yeah,
what
that's
does that
true.
mean?
Yeah.
I do think it's going to be interesting with Standing O to see how she evolves through the choreo, because she's still very street, So
Yeah,
I
like
don't know.
doing
I do
other
think,
styles.
I
yeah,
think
like-
it's going to be interesting to see next week what unfolds.
What happens?
Yeah, because
She's very strong. She's very strong with what she does.
I know, and I would really love to see her do contemporary. I think she has so much life experience as well, because you can see that in her dancing, and the fact that she delivers like emotes from the inside, but also welcomes you in to see those
To her
emotions. That's so
world.
cool. Like that's. I mean, you don't really see that too much.
Right.
It's amazing.
It's
Right.
very important too.
And so 61 street dancers made it through, and that is cutting it down from 105. So, 40 people went home, so that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
think about.
come on.
Yeah.
We're getting to the top 20 next week.
Yeah.
Like,
And then, of course, we get introduced to Jamal Sims, and he's going to be the choreographer for the street team for the next round. And I think it's insane that they both had to go literally right from their solos to learning the choreo. I was like, that's way to throw those hip hop kids in there. Like, boop, you just get to do it.
Yeah.
You're like, that's how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't expect it until you're actually living it. You're like, oh, okay, all right, let's go. All right.
Like, you don't even get a break. Let's go.
There's no rest for the wicked, right? And just like dive on in.
Exactly. And then we see this team stage first do the contemporary with Travis, and I thought that the routine, for me, I felt that he could have given them a little bit something more.
Harder?
Yeah.
I agree with you. Although it was interesting, given what he gave them, how poorly some of them did with it.
Yeah.
So I think it was one of those things, actually, a test in the sense of how they were emoting with the dance. So being more lenient with the choreography so that he could see how they were engaged.
Connecting.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
And a lot of them weren't.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say is I think they were, a lot of them looked like they were thinking throughout the whole,
like, what's next? What's next?
Yeah.
What's next? Not like letting it
But
flow.
it's hard not to because it's such a stressful environment.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I guess.
Yeah,
I can only imagine.
I know. Yeah.
And then I was really impressed by Antonina, the ballroom girl, and who she was
doing Travis's stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, I was impressed too.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I was wondering how that was going to go because they were highlighting her so specifically where I was like, ooh, is this going to be a good thing?
Happen?
Yeah. But no, I mean, I was watching her in comparison to some of the other dancers and I was like, she's holding it down.
Yeah, I agree. She did well.
She was holding it down. It will be interesting, I think, though, to see how she handles other choreography.
Yeah, because, I mean, this is a little bit more intimate, like, in terms of movement style, like, but doing, like, a Sonia Taya piece, like, what is that going to be like?
Did they highlight her when she did her Broadway piece? I don't know.
Yeah, they showed her a little bit. She was wearing, like, a black, like, ballroom number with, like, crystals on it and stuff, so,
Okay, I'll have to, like, rewatch.
It wasn't, they didn't, like, show her.
It was like a flash thing?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. All right. Yeah, anyway, I think next week will be interesting. Okay.
And then they showed Kelsey, who was one of the other tappers with, like, the ponytail that kind of goes, like, cuckoo nuts, like, off the side. It does. It's just, like, a cute little, like, ponytail. And then she got cut, but she's, I guess, kind of messed up the choreography a little bit, I think, from what I remember from the show. Yeah. Which is sad, because I liked her so
It was sad seeing her go home, yeah.
You didn't like it?
I don't know.
Remember, you didn't like the Bang Bang when she was lip syncing kind of to the song.
See, I'm glad
was she lip syncing?
See, I just totally forgot. Jake's like, let me tell you.
Kind of. It wasn't super noticeable, but she was still mouthing.
She wasn't one of my faves, is what you were saying.
No, she was not one of your faves. From what I recall.
There you were. Okay. So you have
there you go.
There it is.
Whoop, there it is.
And then in the last group, they showed JC Jordan, who was the girl that got into the terrible car crash.
Oh, yeah.
And she was really nervous talking with Kat.
So nervous.
And then I didn't think that she did that bad in
I don't either.
Travis's piece.
I don't either. I was like, wow, good for her.
I thought she actually did very well with that piece.
And there were other people within those groups that I saw
that could have gone home instead of her.
Exactly.
I agree
Exactly.
with you. But at the same time, though, you could tell that she was really having a hard time being in that environment, watching everyone else around her.
Yeah, she seemed very intimidated.
So I think it would be interesting for her to regroup for a year and, like, mentally kind of understand.
Yeah, how old do you think she is? Is she, like, 18?
18, I believe.
Yeah, she's, like, super young.
Yeah.
So it's like if she could take a year and really kind of buckle down a bit.
Because it's like, she above anybody else has a story.
Oh,
like, she doesn't have to
Yeah, I saw her
fabricate.
audition, and when she told us the story, it was really touching. It was like, wow.
I mean, and then, so it's like, use that to your advantage. I think she'll maybe probably learn that from this show. Like, use it. Like, I mean, you're a beautiful dancer, but it's like most people don't have that story to work a part of. So it's like, go for it.
Yeah, so people in the chat, Bailey and a few others are saying that they should have let her dance for her life. And that's actually, I agree with that.
Yeah.
The people that they let dance for their lives, she should have been in that.
I think
she should have been
I
in
think
that
it's
group.
cool when they let people dance for their lives. It reminds us, why we love them.
But at the same time, I hope she's back next year. I really do. Because I think if she took a year to strengthen some stuff up, just mentally for herself, to say, you know what, I've done it, I've gone this far, I can even go further now, I think it would serve her really well.
I think she also is not completely comfortable with, like, her body and like her like everything, and I want her to come back and be like, you know what, this is who I am, and just be like super
more
exuberant,
confident.
you know, that'd be nice.
Well, there's so many good positive influences right now in that space anyway. The person that was in top 3 on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, Amy Purdy. She has.
But the guy,
Oh,
too.
Noah, yeah.
So it's like there's so many people that are showing that you can totally dance with whatever.
And I was blown away by her solo that she initially did for audition. I thought it was
great.
beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Like super straight, and I don't know, I thought it was nice.
Yes.
But 16 stage dancers were cut from that round, so I mean it's like an all-out bloodbath.
Yeah.
Is that the way it usually goes in the different rounds?
Last year during the hip hop round, hip hop was first, and there was a lot cut.
Wow.
There was a lot of us that were cut during the first round.
I'm trying to think of how many though were sent his season to Vegas. Like, was it the same amount? Or sorry, sent to Hollywood.
That's a good question.
I don't remember.
I feel like there was more.
Yeah.
I feel like there may have been a little bit more last year.
More last year.
You said there was 105?
No,
Yeah.
105 of
105 Street.
yes.
Oh,
So
then there was-
105 Street, 114 stage.
Yeah.
So
Oh, good question.
I don't know.
I can't tell you.
I'm like, Chad, do you remember anybody in chat? Do you
Anybody to
recall?
help us out?
Bailey?
I know.
Yeah.
Bailey, you there?
She's got us.
Holla at us.
So we move on to the street team, and they do hip hop with Jamal Sims, and I love him. I think
me
he's
too.
so cool, and just
too.
And the fact that he's done all these big things and has wanted to do So You Think You Can Dance, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
Yeah, and I just like that he was like, I've seen you all do your styles, you hit it really hard, but this is like a groove, which is cool.
It was interesting though, the people that were responding to him in a way like, oh, I got this.
Yeah.
Right? And then some of those people didn't have it as much as they thought
and
they
then
were going to.
We lost the cute little guy who like is a break dancer and he supports his family and like helps his dad pay rent and all that stuff. I thought they were gonna give him a Dance for Your Life situation.
I really was rooting for him. We all were rooting for him last week. Elazar Chapman,
He's special. Like, he's truly someone that you look back at, especially this season, because I feel like there haven't been super memorable people to me, and I feel like he's one of those people that I'm like, wow, I remember that.
I'm bummed, and I don't know. Depending on what happens with the show, and depending whatever happens next year, I don't. It would behoove him if he wants to come back to take a few classes.
Because he's got the drive and the determination to actually be able to soak up like a sponge and just learn.
And it'll be interesting too. I wonder if there is a next season, will they keep the same format or will they go back? I don't know.
That's the mystery.
Yeah.
That's the mystery.
It's exciting.
One can wonder. So we see Montreal, the Memphis Gent guy, and he made up his own choreo throughout the whole number.
That was funny. Like, he was literally just like,
But I love that the judges were just watching him and like laughing and like having a good time. It was like, that's the way to get attention right there. If you're gonna mess up, just own it.
He owned his mess up.
If you do it wrong, do it strong.
Yeah, that's right.
I agree.
Do it proud.
But it was, I do wonder if he actually thought there was a chance in any possible, in any way he was going to go through.
Well, he did the right thing.
By not stopping. I mean, because he could have
did the right thing.
Yeah, and he said he was like, I want to show my personality, so it's like he did. He for sure did.
Yeah.
And he's cute. Like I root for him for some reason. He's just like cool.
I was. At the same time, I was also being like a realist, and I was like, ooh, that's not.
That's true.
You didn't do it.
Sadly.
You didn't
I mean,
do
you're
it.
very
That was your
fun to watch.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Different show, maybe. Maybe a different show. Like America's Got Talent.
America's Got Talent.
I don't know. He's talented.
Check market.
Right? I don't know.
So and then we see the little B, the fun. He's like the little Asian guy that has the fun hat.
Oh, yeah.
And he asked to dance again.
Oh, right. That I thought was interesting.
Yeah, and he messed up again. But it just broke my heart to see him because you could see that he wanted it so badly.
Yep, he did.
And it just didn't work out for him.
Yeah.
That was bad. That really bummed me out too. Has he auditioned before? He's auditioned before, I think.
I don't remember.
I feel like I remember seeing that crazy hat or something at some point. I don't know.
Oh, we got the factoid. Joseph Boza. Thank you, Joseph. So more people this season went to Vegas than last year. So 157 last year went to Pasadena. 219 went to Vegas this year.
Wow.
So they had it. Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you, Joseph.
I knew
Joseph.
someone would
Leave
be
it
out
to
there.
y'all. You're amazing. I love this.
Love you, peeps. Okay, anyway.
And then, of course, we see a good group of girls. Like, literally, we see, like, 5
Bringing
groups
it.
of girls, like, killing this.
It's like, and you're all through. And you're all through.
Yeah,
and
the female street dancers.
I was like, these boys. These boys need to watch out.
And Twitch even said it. He was like, wow, the whole street side might be female.
Yeah.
Do they bring you back? So are they going to bring back any of you guys to
All Stars?
Or in that capacity, yes. Well, I know that they bring back the All Stars. Would you know that already though? If you're coming back?
I don't know. I have no idea.
No, but just like come back to talk to the noobs and just be like a VIP in the audience. Do they do any
They
of
don't.
that?
Well, I don't know if they do,
I feel
but
like they should.
that would be cool.
And you should bring me as your souvenir or something.
Yeah, I totally would. If I was asked, I would bring you.
Everyone,
I would bring both of you guys.
Proof. I have proof now. Okay. Great.
Of course, and let's move on to Team Stage doing Broadway with Josh Burgass.
I was excited about this number
for a second. He's amazing, like beyond amazing.
We got to work with him last year for an opening number.
Oh, that's right. That's right. For the, was it an on-town theme number?
Yeah.
So good.
Ricky.
I love the Broadway.
Yes. And then Travis is worried, and we were saying this earlier about maybe his piece, like what he was showing about Connection. He said to Kat he was really worried about them showing who they were throughout the like with the choreography.
Yep.
Instead of just being their own.
It's an important component of the Broadway. You have to
bring yourself to the choreo.
You do.
Yep.
You have to add your bits of personality.
Personality.
That was good. That was easy for you. You were like good with that last year, I think. Yeah.
That was smooth.
Oh,
You
thanks.
were.
Oh.
No, I recall, because when you were on stage, it was like you had your little sauciness that you do, for sure.
Just bring the sauce.
You know.
Yeah,
Bring the
I don't know. I tried.
You
Served
did
it up,
good.
that sauce.
You served it up.
And then we see, of course, in the first group, we see Kelly McCoy Knoll, the late girl whose husband went home. And then we see Alyssa Guerrieri.
Oh, yeah.
She had the fun grandma.
Yep.
And I've heard she's made the top 22. Sorry, spoiler alert. And then we see the bleach blonde ballroom guy that Chloe had such a strong reaction to last week. Remember? She was like,
what was her reaction?
She was like, he's drugged out. He's like on drugs.
I was like,
she
I said he was an Abercrombie model, and she was like, he's on drugs.
Yeah,
that
she
was
did.
Funny.
Wow,
yeah.
that's interesting.
It was a dramatic contrast.
Yeah, it's different.
So many reactions to him, which is good. I guess it's good to have like a divisive.
It's good
He
to have
made
people
it through,
talking.
right?
Yeah, he made it through.
For
Which
now.
I thought he would look kind of a mess during that choreography, but that's just me. Whoops.
Do you remember him?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah.
I know what you're. I know. I get it. I get it.
I get it.
I get it.
They're the one he got compared to DuPree, and that's just. I'm just like, no. Don't. Let's not go there.
Maybe they were just comparing his looks to DuPree, or like he was. Oh, I can look at you like I can.
Yeah,
look at
like the stage
but not
presence.
like maybe not actually the move. I don't know. I don't know.
Wasn't good.
That's weird.
But I'm really happy about the girl, that Alyssa girl who had the fun grandma.
Yeah,
like,
she's
sexy.
good.
She's
good.
Super good.
I didn't even write
really
her
liked.
down. Why did I not write her down? That's so weird. Anyway, okay.
Yeah,
That's weird.
I mean, who was it that was saying that the girls need to stop wearing like bra tops that look like undergarments, like actual undergarments? Who was that? Was it Kristen or Chloe? Or was it?
It wasn't me.
Oh, I think I watched.
Was it
Somebody
Emily?
said something.
Was it
I think maybe
Emily?
Emily said that. I don't know. Somebody said it last week, and
Like
I was
full
like,
on free people bras.
and that's what she had on, and I was like, all right. I was like, so I'm
Was
sad.
it purple?
It was purple. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
really
so I
small.
recall her bra and not her. That's
Yeah, I was
weird.
gonna say, good memory
That's
with that.
strange.
You got
I'm
that.
like,
You got that sense memory.
that's weird. Okay.
Feel good to you? But this is when Kelly was cut, and I thought a lot of those people from that group should have gone. I thought that the two boys should have gone, in my opinion.
I thought a lot from her group were
Messy.
not up to par.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
It
was
was
messy.
Yeah, it wasn't the cleanest. Which is not. It's not going to be the cleanest together, but it just looked a little.
Sloppy.
Yeah, just a little.
And I was bummed for them, and I was like, I thought that Kelly. I mean, it was sad for her because she got to show that the triple turn into like.
It's
that
funny though,
fan.
because I think out of her group, she was one of the stronger ones.
Yeah. Like I thought she actually stood out and looked okay. Like she forgot a few things, but
Right.
You thought Kelly stood out?
I thought she did.
In her group.
Really?
I did.
I did too.
Well, I thought she stood out because the camera was on her, but not because.
Well, that's true too.
I mean, they were like deliberately showing her.
I mean, maybe that's why.
I'm like, maybe you were watching her, Jake,
No.
because the camera was like, watch her,
Yeah,
watch her.
That's
watch
true.
her.
We had no choice.
I'm not that dumb, but I will say that I don't know. I like the way that she moves because it's strong, and that the two little girls, other girls that were with her were smaller, and I thought that she could like hold her own, even though she was messing up a little bit. I don't know.
For whatever reason, when I watch her, it's like it's strong, but then it's also sloppy.
Not controlled.
Unclear? Is that what you mean?
strong yet sloppy. I don't know. Is that what I mean?
Yeah, probably. Like, not controlled that well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I get what you're saying. Like, she can pack it and punch it and the kicks.
Do you remember this redheaded girl that was on she auditioned season 4 and she was Katie Sheen's roommate, Natalie.
Yes.
And she was she was doing the Sonia Taya jazz piece, and Sonia had strong Brandon, disco Brandon, and Natalie show the dance, and then Natalie went home that same round. So I was like, this is what this is like. That Kelly gets to do this turn sequence and show everybody this is how it's done, and then gets cut.
Yeah.
Throwing it back, seasons.
Good memory,
throwing it back. I loved Natalie. That's why.
Is it possible that some of the people were given the opportunity to dance for their lives and still went home, but they cut it so that we didn't see any of that? Is that possible?
That's a possibility, yeah.
Because I wonder. I don't know.
I don't think they probably asked her.
All right.
I don't think so.
I'm like, let's bring in all the...
Yeah. And I want to talk about this guy, Edson, who hurt his foot during the Broadway number.
Oh.
Bad cramps. He said he had a really bad cramp. You don't believe him?
I'm going to call a little bit of bullshit on this.
Okay.
I am. I'm just going to.
Love you, Jake.
I think he was messing up so much during that choreography, and then all of a sudden, I understand he might have hurt his foot, like, maybe. To me, it felt like a cop-out. Like, he was...
Interesting. I
don't know. There's something odd about it. I was like, this is not...
Maybe. I mean, I didn't pick up on it, but maybe. Yeah.
I don't know.
And they let him through just based on prior solo?
Mm-hmm. And they'd been seeing them practice, I guess. You get practice rounds for this?
And it's cool, too. I feel like Travis and Twitch are very hands-on and in the room, and that's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that. And seeing if anybody looks like they're down for the count.
Yeah.
Pep talk.
Yeah.
Twitch pep talk.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
But I didn't think that was fair that he got to go through on that. I was like, no, you messed up. I thought he messed up in a big way.
They let him through?
Mm-hmm.
They let him through based on like
previous
solo
performance.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yep.
That's right. Oh.
And I was just, I don't know. It was just weird for me.
So next week will be interesting for him.
Yeah, and I've heard that he made the top 22. I've heard that as well.
I like that you're doing like the side mouth.
Yeah, but all of you can hear me.
I'm not saying it, but I'm saying it.
I love
I'm
it.
not saying it, but you can hear me. That's so weird. But I don't know. I'm anxious to see what he does. I hope that he does well, but I thought that was a little bit of a questionable.
Feisty Jake.
I like it. Feisty. Mm-hmm.
Love it.
And then they showed Moises, who did his solo. He danced for his life.
I think his name's Moses, because I kept calling him Moises too, and people would laugh.
Moses.
But they were saying, somebody said Moises.
Someone said Moises too, and it was a joke, because it was like, Teddy, you call him Moises. Because I think there's an I in his name.
Yes,
there is.
But it's Moses.
Sorry about it. Moses. Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
Moises.
Moises. I kind of like that
Moises.
better.
Moises.
It sounds like ointment.
It sounds
Moises.
like you're...
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Tangent. Here we go. But they let him do his solo, and whenever they were talking about he was super feminine during the Broadway stuff, I actually didn't see that too much. I mean, I thought he wasn't as strong as he probably should be, but I didn't think that he was like
feminine. I agree with you.
I didn't think that when I first saw it, but then when they played it back, it was like, okay. Maybe a little bit, yeah. And maybe if you were there, too. I don't know.
Like, right there in his face.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they did let him dance for his life, because that solo was killer.
That was first we've seen of him like, really dance. Like, we've seen him do a leap or something.
Like little clips of him.
I thought it was interesting, too, that Jason Derulo made a comment that he kind of went soft towards the end, and I didn't feel that way. I thought he was good. I thought the solo was good.
I think that maybe they were, like, connection-wise.
Oh, okay.
Like,
maybe I feel like he was unclear, because maybe he meant... Because I think the choreography was a little softer at the end, but I don't think that means you're not masculine. I think it's just like, that's just how the choreography was.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not his fault.
I thought it was a weird note. I was like...
It was a weird note, because I think he was correlating that with being feminine.
Right, and... Yeah.
And it's also like, sometimes I get really, like, questionable about using those words with these younger kids, because it's almost like... it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, some people that watch this show, I'm sure that they...
are offended?
Would be offended. I mean, because they've said it to lots of people on there, and there's some people that are just over the top and crazy. But people like him who are so talented and super technical, it's just silly to say that to somebody, because it feels like a derogatory thing.
Right. And that's like, it shouldn't be, because you can connect to both sides of yourself.
Yeah.
Your femme or your masculine side.
I know, exactly.
And that's a great thing, because that's something where, I don't know, people in general should be able to harness both sides.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the viewers think about that, but I just thought that it was just like a little off color to be saying that to somebody.
I could be on your page with that, Jake.
Sometimes I think that too. Sometimes.
Yeah. And it's like, I get it. Like, he's shown the solo that he is super strong and can, like, really deliver. Mm-hmm. Maybe say that, not say, like, you need to dance
they all agree with us.
I don't know.
People in chat are saying it was a weird note.
Yeah, it's just not. And I know Nigel is guilty. Nigel is so guilty of saying all that kind of, like...
Oh, yeah, he's always the one to say that stuff.
And you're like, ooh, Nigel.
Yeah,
Nigel,
it's like back off a little bit.
It could be said differently.
Yeah, and it's just like, I'm so happy that we even get to have this conversation about it, because it's like, hopefully that will change and people will let them know that's not okay, at least in my opinion.
Yep, I think that people are gonna say some stuff. I do.
So we have 36 stage dancers left after the entire thing is through.
Think about that, and that's gonna go down to 10.
I know.
36 to 10 next week.
That's so close for those people too. That's like crazy.
But that's in your reach.
It's gonna be obvious for some, I think, next week. Especially Sonia Tai is choreographing one of the numbers,
right.
I think.
Yeah, jazz
and
number, yeah.
I think there's gonna be some people that rise to the top and others that are sort of
short,
fall by the wayside a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I love Sonia because I think she demands a lot from people.
I love Sonia.
That's sick.
What was it like working with her? Like, the first time that you worked with her, were you scared out of your mind? What was going on?
No, I wasn't scared.
Okay.
Because I'd taken class from her before, and I knew how she worked.
Okay.
But I was very excited to work with her, and it was a very difficult week, but that's what I love about her. She pulls everything she can out of you. And you want to give her all that you have, because you want, she's creating this for you and she demands it, so you want to give it to her and more.
Her pieces, like, make me cry.
They just have...
If they're supposed to.
It's a place from, like, her soul. Like, she literally like, just takes a piece and just places a part of her soul.
Yeah, she's an artist. I really enjoy her work, and I enjoy her.
Yep. Have you worked with any of the... so you worked with Josh, and what was that like working with him?
Oh, it was great. It was great. And it was cool. It was his first time ever being on the show.
Oh, that's right.
He was new to it, too. We were both... we were only a week in, so it was new to all of us, and... It was nice. We got it done. It was cool.
You had some good numbers.
When we were working with him, all 20 of us were still together, so it was really nice.
Okay.
That's cool.
We really cherished the 2 weeks that we were all together, because we're a family, and people went home too soon.
Yeah. And what about did you work with Travis as well?
Yeah, I did.
That's nice.
I love working with Travis.
Yeah.
I did 2 small groups with him.
Cool.
Oh, right. One of my favorite boy routines last season. Oh my gosh.
That was stunning. Mm-hmm. I forgot about that. Oh my god. That was so good.
I had to watch it like 4 times. I was like, come. I was like, Mom, you need to watch
it was cool to be a part of that.
Yes.
It was really cool.
That was a great routine.
I was thankful.
We'll get to your like contemporary stuff in a little bit, because I want y'all to hear about what he's doing right now.
Good stuff coming up.
So let's move on to Team Street, and they are doing hip hop with Dave Scott.
Dave Scott worked with him.
He's hilarious. He is so crazy.
He's hilarious.
I like that they only had 1 hour. I mean, I don't know if that was true, but it seemed like there was only 1 hour, and they said that.
Fast.
It seemed that. So I was like, I don't know, that was really cool. And I like that Dave was like incorporating all different types of hip hop. Like there's some walking stuff, and then I don't know what else he was saying.
There was a little bit of popping in there too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I just think that Dave, sometimes his choreography falls a little flat for me on the show when it's just 2 people. When he does a group number, I'm always like, okay,
wow.
I like that.
Him doing his stuff is awesome.
Yeah.
When I worked with him, when I would watch him do what he wanted us to do, it was like, oh, okay, that is cool.
Yeah,
but it's like, now I got to do it.
So that's awesome. And then we see the Haitian locker, and he kills it. I was so happy for him, because I liked seeing him like interact with some of the other contestants throughout the episode. He's got the biggest smile on his face.
He does.
Like, you just want to be like, I want him to go all the way.
Kristen's talking to him this week, isn't she?
Yeah.
I know. I'm excited.
Oh,
cool. Yes.
Yeah.
Where? How? Oh, she's in
Haiti, and it's about like the situation.
Or family, or
she's interviewing him.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
that is cool.
I feel like he's a very lovely person.
Yes.
And just
good
has
energy.
Got a good energy.
Yeah,
with
he
him.
seems it.
And then we see Standing O, and she kills this. I mean, there's something so oddly sexy about her. Like it's just like a different type. It's not like in your face, like, but there's just a confidence that comes forth from her eyes and like her being. It's so good.
Her confidence makes her sexy on a lot of levels, because she's so It's like she's sure of what she's doing.
Yeah, confidence is always sexy.
You know what I mean? And I feel like she knows how to use her body.
Yes, that's
in a way that's like not
over the top.
It's not like offensive. It's like she's using it as a vehicle for expression, and she really is kind of a master at that.
It's not for just like public attention.
No, she's not like, come look at me. It's just like, let me watch what I can do.
Yeah, definitely not
camera.
gratuitous.
Watch what I can do. Camera. Yeah.
It's like you're welcome to her party. She's like, this is my party. You're just here to see it. Or you're lucky to be here, and I think that's so cool. It's just awesome. It's a good thing for a girl to be able to have that voice on this show.
I agree with you. Yes.
And I'm happy that they're doing, it's like opportunities like this for the stage and street stuff that she actually has an opportunity to be on the show.
Yep.
Because I don't know if she would have made it otherwise.
Well, did she say that in her audition?
Yeah.
She said, she was like, I auditioned because it was stage versus street.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, good for her.
I'm really happy about that.
Standing out.
And then of course we see Eurelis, and anytime she was like on, I have like all these notes about her, and I'm just like, she is so, like, there's just something so strong and like beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
I like her name too.
Yeah, Eurelis.
It sounds like a flower.
I kept saying it, Eurelis.
Eurelis. Or a perfume or something.
I like it.
Yeah. It's exotic.
It's exotic.
It's so good. And then of course we see the two B-Boy brothers, and I think his name is Buriam. They
were calling him B1.
B1.
I was like,
B1.
B1 it is.
Mm-hmm. B1, and he kind of flubbed up on the choreography.
Yep.
It just looked weak. Like, he was unsure of himself. Mm-hmm. Which I think in the package they had before I think that's what we were expecting.
Yeah.
So when he got to Dance for His Life, his stuff is sick. Mm-hmm. Like the way that he can like do all those spins. I'm like, damn, that's so good.
I can't do that.
It's really cool.
Don't look at me. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Nope.
And don't they perform on the street, him and his brother? Don't they like actually perform like for money?
I feel like they did show footage of that or something. Yeah. Or they just said it.
That way, I mean, I would be like, here's a 20. Like,
Here you go.
Here's a 20. Let's go.
Here you go.
It's amazing.
20.
And then of course we see Steven. Oh, and Buriam, B1, sorry, he makes it through to the next round, which I am super happy about because I think he actually would be great on the show too, just because his stuff is amazing.
Well, he had a Dance for His Life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he went through. Yes. Okay.
Yep. And then we have Steven, who's like the Bill Gates guy.
Aww.
And we were talking about this right before we went on, and I was bummed that he didn't make it through. However, I don't think that he showed what he's fully capable of in that Dance for Your Life situation.
I agree with you on that.
I agree. I just don't know how strong he would have been in other styles.
I agree with that
I feel like he's someone that is really fun to watch when he does what he does. Mm-hmm. But maybe it would have been a challenge, too much of a challenge. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Like America's Got Talent would be.
Yeah, because it's like this is who I am. I don't have to try to be something else.
And that's cool.
So let me show you who I am and enjoy.
And then seeing also that he'll have to do like all the other styles by the time they get to the top 20. I don't know if he would have been able to handle like lifts and all that stuff. Just upper body strength, I don't think is his strength.
I think it's like we're on your team, but maybe not the.
Yeah, I mean, I just think he's just cool.
He's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. We saw him. We know him. It's cool.
And his parents better start watching him dance.
Yeah,
that's
sad. That's sad.
I was like,
I know, but it's cool. But though, because on the show, I think that he showed himself off very, very well.
He did.
It's like his parents are gonna be like, wow, like really impressed.
Now they see him, right?
Yeah,
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope they do too and support him with that. But at the end of the day, 38th Street, 36th stage.
Wow.
They have Sonia Taya stage, and then Nappy Tabs for the street,
fun.
and they have the group choreo, like the little groups, which will be. I always like
high
that round.
stakes.
Group round.
Yeah, I love all the drama that unfolds with all that.
It looks like there's lots of explosions that happen with that.
What? Okay, wait. What's the best fondest memory of?
No, so 4 of us in my group made it to the top 20. It was me, Marquette, Casey, and Jackie.
Wow.
And then the other girl's name was Amanda. She's great. I think she's from Florida. We finished really early, but we thought that it was late. We were like, okay, well, we can go. We're good, right? We're good. All right, we're done. We go up to the camera and we're like, all right, we're done. And he goes, how does it feel being the first group done of the night? And we're like, oh, so guys, we have to kill it tomorrow because if we don't, they're gonna give us a hard time for that. Like you guys went to sleep when you could have been up all night working on it, but it worked out. So.
Yeah,
we needed to sleep.
You were well
We needed to sleep on it.
Did all 5 of you make it through that round, or did Amanda go home?
Amanda made it through.
Okay,
so
that's
she
what I thought.
We all made it through the group round.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a good group. That's a good group.
It was a group. It was a good group.
And so that ends the episode, like all the dancing. But I want to go to Teddy, what you're doing now, because I think this is so cool. Take it away, Teddy. Tell them all about what you're doing right now.
All right, so I've been working in this modern company on this show that's going to be in New York City, August 27th through the 30th. It's called Pearl. It's based on Pearl S. Buck's life and a book that she wrote, The Good Earth. And
I love that book.
Yeah, I've been working on it for 2 months. I have 2 more months of rehearsals. We go to New York City August 17th. Our opening night is August 27th. You may see some other familiar faces like Nico from season 10 and Ricky Jamie from season 8. It's good stuff. You don't want to miss it. So
that's cool. And how is it learning, like being a part of a different style than what you're?
I never pictured myself doing modern dancing, but it's broadening my horizons and it's opening my eyes, and it's a good experience. And the other dancers and artists that are doing it are incredible, and I'm really inspired by them.
That's so
and they're good people too. Like I look forward to going to see them every day. You know.
I love that. Like I like coming here to see Jake every.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a good work environment. We do.
Yeah, it's nice.
And can you tell everybody where to find tickets if they're available?
I think Ticketmaster, but I'm not sure. But
just Google Pearl.
Google at Lincoln Center.
Pearl the show. We're performing at the Lincoln Center. I'm sure me, Nico, and Ricky will be talking about it on social media, and so if you.
It's not going to happen in LA though.
No, it's just in New York City.
Boo. Okay.
We have like a live showing of it, but it's like you bring a friend or something. So I think Jackie, Val, and Emily are coming.
Yeah.
Teddy, we gotta see this Pearl. What is this?
Yeah.
That's so cool that you get that much rehearsal time for this piece too.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
like our stage is gonna have a river.
Oh wow.
There's gonna be this Asian, I think, Chinese instrument called a gujing.
Oh.
And it's like a life-size gujing, and there's gonna be dancers on it, pretending that it's making the music that's happening.
Wow.
Amazing.
That's so cool.
Yeah, there's some cool things going on. So
basically, everyone follow Teddy on all social media at Teddy Coffey, right?
Yeah.
And he'll tell you where he's doing everything.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
You got a fun Instagram too. Like keep up with him.
Thanks.
It's like a really fun one.
Yeah, it's
I
fun,
need to follow your Instagram. I need to up my Instagram game. It is sad. I have like 2 followers.
No, I want to follow you.
It is so bad.
I really enjoy this. I enjoy your green jacket. So.
I love you.
Green party over here.
It is a green party today.
Green's my favorite color.
And speaking of Instagram, where can we find you on Instagram?
Well, you can find me everywhere if you want to. At the Alison Dean, Twitter, Instagram, Periscope, YouTube, whatever.
The Alison Dean.
And you can find me on Instagram at Jake DuPree and on Twitter at Jake_DuPree and my fitness blog at EverSoJake.
Fitness blog, cool.
And
but seriously, tune in next week. We have some amazing special guests coming next week too.
And it's gonna be the top 20 reveal.
Yes, I'm so excited.
And Teddy, we love you. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye everyone. Thanks for joining us.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.